Hey everybody, this is Palm Springs Cindy. It is so good to be back with you guys. It is so good to be able to upload a video. Well, I have been on a birthday party rampage. I'm gonna share it with you, and I have some good video. So I have some fun stories to share. So to start with, I'm still having fingernail dilemma. I'm just about ready to get my nails put back on, because it's a never-ending fight, and they just always seem to look terrible. The nail polish doesn't really stay on, and I put some darker polish on, but of course it chipped right away. So I'm just gonna do another little coat and try to cover the tips where it has chipped off a little bit. Okay, well, for starters, I just turned 74. Oh my gosh, it's hard for me to even say that. Where have the years gone? And where are they gonna be going? I don't know. But I ended up, well, a couple things. I was planning a party, and I think I may have told you guys about it. It was a welcome fall, goodbye summer heat party. And so it was the day after my actual birthday. So I kind of made it into a birthday party for me, as well as just a regular fun party. And I don't know how much I've shared with you what I did, but I'm gonna share it with you again. Tell you again now. I just did virtual invitations. I made them and sent them email. And then I asked the gals to bring something from their closet, something that that was still nice, but they didn't really use anymore. A handbag, a t-shirt, a top, whatever, a necklace, whatever. But yet something that someone else would enjoy getting some use from. So everybody brought something, and then a couple of my friends came over early, and I kind of put them to work. So Leslie was in charge of getting the bar set up. She brought ice and sliced some lemons and limes and put the sodas and everything out on the bar cart, and that was out on the patio. It was a beautiful night. And then the other gals, I had one gal that when the other ladies arrived, she was able to say, "Follow me, let me show you where to put your gifts." And so then they put their things in my bedroom, in the primary bedroom down the hall. And then even though I didn't ask anybody to bring anything, several ladies brought cheese and crackers. One gal brought this beautiful, actually I think it was Leslie, beautiful handmade guacamole and all fresh vegetables on a beautiful tray. And then I had some snacks sitting around, but I just served, because I don't cook, but I served lasagna, the Costco lasagna, and then I made a big salad. And then I bought the little cupcakes, those little tiny pumpkin cupcakes, and I put candles on those. And I think I've given you that information in a video that I'm attaching to this one. So at any rate, what one of my friends, Terry, said, instead of just having the gals go in the bedroom, find a gift that they would like, to play that game that we play at Christmas, where lady number one, you're first, you go in the bedroom and get something that you want. Nothing was wrapped, and there were no name tags or anything on the items. So lady one got up and she went in there and she got this really cute little sweater, darling. In fact, and then lady number two, okay, you can go in and get a gift, choose something, or you can steal lady number one's gift and you can have that. Then if you choose to steal that gift, then that lady number one goes back in the bedroom and gets another gift. Well, lady one, I think, did steal the gift. There was a lot of stealing going on. But there were such cute little gifts, that people brought from their closets. So it turned out to be really fun. And I actually even brought in my ottoman, because I thought I could have a conversation area right here. People on the couch, the chairs, the ottoman. but everybody was sitting on the patio because it was such a lovely evening. And I have so many lights out there that, it was perfectly lit. And so we just stayed out on the patio and had our party out there, which was wonderful. So anyway, it was a fun evening. And then tonight, some of my gal pals took me out to, actually it was like a half day event. They picked me up early. We went shopping. We went like window shopping. One gal wanted to look at some hats. So we went to this really great hat store at the river. And then after the hat store, we were just sort of walking around window shopping. And we walked into this one shop, and I was so flattered because the gal, Natalie, hi Natalie, I said I was going to give you a shout out, and I am. Natalie said, "Oh, are you Palm Springs Cindy?" I was like, "Yes." So at any rate, Natalie gave me, for my birthday, she gave me this little bracelet, which I thought was very generous. And then I bought this bracelet. Let me see if I can do this. I love it. It's like a little bumblebee. And I'm not sure, it's not solid gold, obviously, but it's quite heavy. I don't know what it's some type of a metal, but I really like it. Makes a statement. And then I bought this purse. So these were my birthday presents to myself. Bought this purse, which I really love the size. It's orange leather. It does have another strap, a shoulder strap that I can clip onto this. But I loved I just loved the size of it. And it just so happens that it matched my wallet. So that was kind of nice. And then after we did our walk around shopping, I said my feet were starting to hurt. And because I was wearing these heels. So we went to the Ritz-Carlton, which was not that far away, and we sat out on the patio. Of course, my phone was broken, and so I have no pictures. But but we sat outside, and they treated me. Well, all right. I'm gonna lay it on the table. They were treating so. But like a glass of wine, well, a margarita was $48. I mean, come on. Everything was so expensive. So we decided we would get a bottle of wine, and it was like over $90, I think. And then we'd each have a glass of wine, whatever. Well, I said, that's what we did. We ordered a bottle of wine, and then they brought the wine in a nice ice bucket. When the waiter brought the wine, he said, "Oh, we didn't have that label. So we have something similar, and that I brought that to you." We were like, "Well, what if we don't like it?" And so he said, "Well, let me get you a sample." So we were like, "Okay, great." So he got us each a little tiny sample in a glass. Well, I did not like it, and I don't think the other gals liked it that much either. We all kind of stared at each other, and I said, "I don't like it." So I said, "I'm just going to get a glass of Pinot Grigio," which I did. And I'm telling you these prices for a reason. And my glass of wine was $15. And then I think the other glasses were above that. And then we didn't want to eat because they were taking me out to dinner. This was like just a stop. Let Cindy get off her feet. We'll stop. We'll go to the Ritz-Carlton and enjoy wine overlooking this beautiful view. And then he did bring us a little bowl of bar snacks, just pretzels and peanuts and stuff. So that was very nice. Well, then one of us, I think somebody mentioned, or the waiter came over and said, "Would you like another glass? Would you guys like another glass of wine?" Well, we were going to go out to dinner and everything, and so we said no. It's the two gals said it's her birthday. It's her birthday today, so we just stopped here for a quick glass of wine and to sit outside, and now we're off to dinner. So I said, "Oh, it's your birthday," and so he comes back and he comped. The hotel comped our wine, and which was huge. So it was like, so that was a very nice unexpected gift. And so then we went to, after we left there, we went to a really nice little boutique restaurant, a French restaurant. Wait, let me back up. I got off track. I want to talk about this little, where I got my bracelet, where I got my purse. It's in Rancho Mirage. Now look, I had her card, and now oh no, here it is. It's a little boutique shop called Coco and Lulu's. And once again, I didn't have my phone to take pictures of everything, but I took her card. And if anybody, I'm going to take a picture of it and put it on the video. And if anybody lives in the desert area, Rancho Mirage, where Palm Springs, Indio, La Quinta, Indian Wells, you've got to go to Coco and Lulu's because they have the cutest things and kind of different things. And I know you'll love it there. And like I said, Natalie was wonderful. She was extremely helpful. So anyway, I want to give them a shout out. How cute is that card? Okay, so from there, we went to this really nice place for dinner. And like I said, it was kind of a little boutique French restaurant. And the owners actually live here at Trilogy. And the decor was adorable. Well, I ended up having French onion soup, and they had the most delicious fresh bread baguettes with this delicious butter that was like a basil. I don't know. Had an herb flavor to it. It was very good. And then, and they treated us to a nice glass of I'm not going to say this right, Prosecco. They said to clean our palates. So that was nice. And then so we had that nice dinner. And then after that, we, actually before we left, we went on here at Trilogy. They had like their yearly art walk. So people signed up, people that are artisans that live here in Trilogy Polo Club, set up little booths on the green belts to display their art. And so we walked around and looked at a couple of the artists at their wares, and really some talented people. So that was really the start of our day. So I was like, we were going to stop and go to like have a quote after dinner drink or whatever. And I finally said, you guys, I'm getting tired. It was like 7:30, but it started at 2, actually 1, because Alex came over here early and we talked about my couch upholstery stuff. She's helping me with that. So then, so they dropped me off, and then they hijacked themselves and went up to the clubhouse for another after dinner drink, I think. At any rate, it turned out to be a really nice day. So I'm loving that. Something that I watched that was very good, and it was on Amazon Prime, and it's called The Perfect Shot. And it's about, I think they interview 4 or 5 kind of famous movie directors. And then each movie director has a segment. And the one that caught my eye that I thought was really the best, I loved the movie, was the director of Crazy Rich Asians. So the gentleman that's the director, I can't remember his name, they all start by telling their stories, like kind of like a little mini bio. And then the inspiration for the movie that they're going to show you, the perfect shot. And then they tell you, they describe, they say that, okay, the shot that was the perfect shot in my movie was in Crazy Rich Asians. It was the wedding. I could watch that wedding over and over and over again. It blew my mind. So he tells his inspiration behind the wedding. Part of it was, well, if for those of you who've seen it, and most of us probably have, they wanted traditionally to be married in a church, but the couple wanted to be married outdoors, like in a garden. So they brought the garden inside of the church. And if you remember, the people that were in attendance of the wedding were holding these glowing not butterflies, were holding these glowing fireflies. And so when the music that was playing at the wedding was the music that played at the director's parents' wedding. Now his parents are like my age, probably a little younger. And so he played that same music. I think it's I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley. And then the bride, he talked about the inspiration for the bride's dress. And then the costume designer was there, and she talked about how they made the dress because the dress had to be waterproof. It had to still hold its shape and design, even though remember, she walked through water. So, and he said that like when the bride comes out, then they lowered the lights, and then the people held up the glowing fireflies. And then he said the bride stuck her foot in the water that was coming down the aisle. And then as her foot touched the water, it sent the first ripple down the aisle. Well, anyway, if you have not seen Crazy Rich Asians, you have got to see it. And that wedding scene was beyond. So awesome. So anyway, now I just finished watching a Michael Mann. He did his perfect shot on Heat. And in fact, I just turned the movie Heat on. I want to see it. It's Michael Mann. He's done, they make a list of all the movies that they've made. He's made a ton of movies that you'll recognize. But this Heat movie is, I think, it's about bank robberies or something. But it's got an all-star cast. Al Pacino, can I remember? No. But all kinds of movie stars are in it, and they're good. They're not bad, they're good. Al Pacino, what's that other guy's name that played in Taxi Driver? Of course, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't look it up because I'm filming. So, anyway, if I were you, I would look for that movie. If you have Amazon Prime, look for The Perfect Shot. And I'm also reading, because I'm in this book club, I'm reading this book called The Curious Life of, or the Extraordinary Life of, it's about this young boy that's born with red eyes. And I'm probably about halfway through, and I will be telling you more about that. It's excellent. It's a little heartbreaking, but they do anyway. I can't do it justice, so I better just stop talking because I'm going to sound even more crazy. So, alrighty, you guys. I also want your help. I'm really struggling with. I want to, and you've probably noticed this. I want to come up with a better thumbnail design, and I've been trying to learn different techniques, different methods of how to make thumbnails for your videos that are more eye-catching. So I'm all over the board, and part of that is because I'm learning and I'm trying this technique or that technique, and then I've worked so hard on it, I just put it up, even though it kind of really doesn't look that red hot. But I've spent so much time on it, I use it. But then sometimes I go back and redo them, so you never know. I want to tell you something exciting, more exciting that I've done, but basically I've been partying. All right, you guys, I guess that's it. You know how much I love you. You know how much. Melinda Gordon, thank you so much for the beautiful card. And I just don't know what I would do without all of you guys, my friends. And I love it so much when you guys comment that, it just seems like we're just sitting here chit-chatting, two gals together. That's exactly how I feel. That's how I can be doing this, because I totally feel like you're sitting on the other side of this camera. And you are. So anyway, take care of yourselves. P.S. I love you. And until our next conversation, goodbye.